Chapter 2. The goldfish sound the alarm. The kingdom of the Sea King glowed in the brilliance of the coral reef at the edge of a deep-sea trench. A whole other world opened up beneath the surface. All kinds of fish, one more colourful than the next, swam amongst the water plants. The seasters were busily running their errands. They were cleaning the seafloor, nursing the fish, and taking care of the water plants. They were as old as the sea, and they had existed much longer than humans.
Nom, 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 such luscious seaweed.
Hey, Gaspard.
Oh.
Eating again?
First class, délicieux, irrésistible.
How can you be hungry all the time?
Well, you know I was once a prisoner in a circus. I was made to live in a small aquarium where I could hardly turn around. And the food, mon Dieu, it was terrible. And far too little of it. I nearly died of hunger. You should have seen what a small, measly creature I was at the time.
The sea turtle Gaspard had been captured as a baby by a touring circus. He lived for years in a small aquarium, starving hungry, and was lugged from one city to the next for people to gape at. He was very unhappy and missed the sea. One day, as the circus was travelling to yet another city, the car carrying Gaspard crashed at a bridge and its cargo fell out. The aquarium shattered and the turtle rolled through an opening in the railing and into the water. What a lucky day!
So I decided then and there to always have a bit extra, to be prepared if there ever was a day without food around. That would be awful!
But that doesn't make any sense. You're no longer a prisoner, you're here with us. And if you look around, there's plenty of food.
But you don't understand! I never again want to experience the feeling of an empty stomach howling with hunger!
So you always eat a bit extra? You're eating your old fear over and over again. Oh, Gaspard!
That would be terrible! To be left without food again! Oh, no, thank you! Bon appétit!
Thump! Gaspard toppled over as an orange cloud swept over them. Goldfish, there were hundreds of them, and the whole school was agitated. The fish dashed around, emitting a constant burbling sound from their gaping mouths.
Pardon! No shoving, please!
Out of our way, sea cucumber! We're in a hurry!
I'm a turtle, if you haven't yet noticed!
Oh, they're everywhere! They're crawling out of the depths and gobbling everything.
Oh, they're turning the coral black. Not a single ray of light is left.
They're taking us down with them, turning us into gray blobs, and the plants, they're dying! Soon the fish will have no food left!
What, no food? That's terrible!
The seasters followed the goldfish as they swam over to the king and gathered around him. The king first listened to the burbling fish with a look of deep concern on his face.
So it begins. Our home has started to fill up with earthling rubbish. The seasters have worked hard to keep things tidy, but the amount of waste has simply become too much. The waste has reached the depths of the seafloor and has woken them up. The monster of the darkness.
I have never heard of such a monster. What is it?
There is a monster lurking in the depths who loves the darkness. This monster absorbs every kind of rubbish and dirt. Every mouthful makes them stronger. They have woken up before, but they have always retreated back to the darkness. Now it sounds like they have grown to an enormous size and have created an army for themselves. Maub has returned.
Oh no! The terrible Maub! They'll come here and devour everything and turn us black!
The goldfish became agitated. They began to swim around, frantically, in panic. Goldfish tend to stick together. When one gets a sudden idea, the others are immediately infected by it. In a flash, the school of goldfish turned into a huge writhing cloud. The seasters had to use all their strength to calm them down. The king fell silent, retreating into his thoughts, and the seasters also said nothing as they digested the news. They were afraid. The night fell on the coral reef, and the goldfish headed to the sea plants to make their beds amongst them.